It's the purchase of a lifetime, buying your own home.
And in this series, we'll help Aussies buy not just one, but 2 slices of the great Australian dream that will set them up for life.
This week we meet Gu and John, who are after a more peaceful existence.
I want to live like a real hippie.
We're searching for their dream house in Sydney and an investment property in the tropical paradise of Mission Beach.
Certainly feels like you're on holidays in here.
Yeah, it does.
Well, there's a smile. That's good. But buying property can be stressful.
And this is one hippie who's not always happy.
It's bush, 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 bush.
Yeah?
What part of bush don't you understand?
Well, we did say this would be a tough search.
Yeah, the most unique reaction to a house we've had so far.
It's not going to be easy, but we are determined to make this dream a reality.
Gu Mehmet and John Gutierrez want to make a dramatic life change.
They've got dreams of escaping the stress and congestion of city living and finding a more peaceful life.
They got big plans, babies, a farm with animals, even a dream of retiring to paradise.
But with a limited budget and a wish list that grows longer by the minute, Gu and John could be in for a major wake-up call.
To me, stress-free living is the way I want to go now. No power lines, no busy roads, anything that's cramped, small, tiny, claustrophobic, forget it. I want to live like a real hippie. I want to live like a real hippie.
But these wannabe hippies' plans couldn't be further from their current reality.
Cooped up in an overcrowded house that backs onto a major highway in Sydney's west, Gu and John are not only fed up with where they live, but also how they live.
As John climbs the corporate ladder with his signage business, Gu spends long hours working as a naturopath, and they come home to care for Gu's mother, Melik.
Mum's been mentally ill for quite a long time. My dad died when I was 18, a long time ago. There was no way I would put my mum in a home.
We want to give them more. So we want to get a bigger place so we can have a few chooks and, you know, maybe a couple of llamas and make it worthwhile for her.
The plan is to buy a large rural house close to Sydney, and for Gu, this means leaving behind the family home she's lived in all her life.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to live the life I want to live. Prepare for a family, have my animals, have the life that I've been dreaming of since, you know, back when I was 20 years old.
Not only are Gu and John after their ideal house, they're also after an investment property in far north Queensland for their dream retirement.
I think we're looking at it not only for either a kid's investment, but also an investment as a retirement.
As a retirement, yeah, for our
Like
future.
I said, I want to live stress-free.
Okay, let's make this double search as
Hello?
stress-free as possible.
Knock, knock.
Hello.
How you
Hey,
doing?
guys.
Hi, guys. Nice to see you.
Nice
Come
to
on
see
in.
you. Thank you.
Well, here's our house. Here's our living room.
Have you already started packing?
We have 2 storage units.
And this?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So what have you collected in here?
Just pots, pans, towels, rugs from Turkey, tea towels, baby stuff, anything I can collect to go to my nice new den.
Okay, so we've got to get you that house, don't we?
You do.
Definitely.
You
the
do.
pressure's on you guys.
So how long have you been in this house?
Oh, I've been here 37 years.
That's all your life, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. But as you can see, it's way too small, and it's time to just grow and be into a bigger, better place.
So Gu is after a house with lots of room. But judging by the front yard, John is going to need a house with lots of room on the outside.
So, John, this is the work van, mate, but what's a bit unusual about your front yard is the 6 cars. Are we going to take all 6 cars with us on the search?
For the beginning, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's take them there and then we'll obviously auction them and get rid of a couple.
Tell me, how tough is this search going to be?
Extremely tough for you guys, obviously. She's very, very fussy.
This sounds like it could be a challenging search.
The key to getting it right for Gu and John is understanding exactly what they're looking for. Okay, so we're looking around Kenthurst area, Dural, Galston, you'll go up to Glenorrhea, Arcadia.
Yep.
We're looking for a home for Gu and John to start a new family in the Hills District in Sydney's northwest, about 40 kilometres from the city, and about half an hour's travel time from John's signage business.
Obviously, the further away you get from Sydney CBD, you're going to get more value for money.
That's correct.
Property in this area can be pretty pricey, and while the market's been a bit slow in the medium term, it has picked up in the last couple of years with a healthy growth rate of over 13% per annum. So what type of house are you looking for?
Yeah.
Big house.
Big house?
Big
Space.
house.
How many bedrooms?
Space.
5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms.
Garage.
Yeah.
Garage.
6 garage.
Shed.
Yes. Spa bar.
Yeah.
Spa bar.
Pantry.
Walk-in pantry, walk-in room.
So, Gu and John are after 5 bedrooms for their future family and a house that doesn't need too much work.
When it comes to the land, the property needs at least 3 farmable acres, a shed for storage and a garage for the 6 cars.
Their budget is a healthy $1.2 million, but remember the Hills District is pricey.
So it's going to be tough, especially considering that Gu and John have been searching for this dream house for 2 years. Why do you think you haven't found a property so far, other than that?
I've got an answer for that one.
I have an answer. Hit me with it.
Good.
Oh.
She's very fussy.
Yeah.
She's fussy. She knows what she wants.
The F word.
And yeah.
So would you say you've rejected more on feeling or on attributes?
She's more a feeling sort of person. I'm more like a...
He's a practical guy.
For our second search, we're looking for an investment property around Mission Beach, about 2 hours south of Cairns in far north Queensland.
Well, the budget will be about $300,000. Mm-hmm. We would like a house that obviously in the future we can move into as a getaway home or as a retirement village sort of thing for us.
Yeah. Because it's so much more tropical and green, I'm going to be so much more happier. That's for sure, because I'm living what I really want to live.
So, for their second property, Gu and John are after a house on 2 acres, which they plan to rent out until they retire. Their budget is $300,000.
So that's a total budget of $1.5 million for the 2 properties. I'm in shock.
I can see why, and this one's going to be a tough one because what they want for their budget, and when they say I'm fussy, that makes me really nervous.
Well, you got to hope that they're motivated. I mean, they've collected so much stuff. They clearly need a bigger house, and that's got to get them out of there. We better get cracking.
I know, it's got to be an extra removal truck just for their stuff, doesn't it?
Extra 2.
So we're heading to Kenthurst, the 45-minute drive northwest of the Sydney CBD, but it feels a world away from the big city hustle and bustle.
Big 5-acre blocks are the norm in Kenthurst, but they don't come up that often. It's a tightly held area, and finding good properties in Gu and John's budget will be a real challenge. How beautiful is it here?
Oh, it's absolutely magic. I'm really excited about today. It'll be interesting to see how we go. How are you feeling about the day?
I'm excited. I think this house is absolutely perfect if you look at their brief. But I'm really worried that Gu is just going to turn up and say she doesn't like it. This charming cedar cottage is one of the oldest in Kenthurst. It has 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of storage and 5 acres of flat, safe, outdoor space for Gu's mum and for children down the track.
With some renovating and a bit of TLC, it could be exactly what Gu and John are after. Priced at $1,230,000, it's slightly over budget, but has been on the market for a while.
So we're walking into the original section of the house. Wow. This is one of the oldest cottages in the area, and it dates back to around about the 1920s.
Okay.
And if you think about that character, we've got the floorboards here, we've got the high ceilings, we've got the really ornamented cornice, and of course we've got the combustion fire here.
Very nice.
And the other thing too is single level, which was one of the keys there for your mum.
It's a bit different to your kitchen, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This should be really my walk-in pantry. It's way too small, there's not enough space. It would drive me crazy working in here. I end up throwing a cup at someone.
I've got a plan for that. What I was thinking was having the kitchen a lot larger with the walk-in pantry that you're talking about and opening up to that living area, the outdoor living area.
The wall behind them is not load-bearing, so knocking through the stud wall to the outdoor area won't affect the building's structure.
It's a simple, cost-effective change that'll make the kitchen larger and more functional.
So as you can see here, mate, we're not going to have an issue with car space. In fact, I think 6 cars is probably not going to be enough.
I quite like this area, yes, of course. It's very nice.
So coming through to the bedroom.
Okay.
Now this has an ensuite.
Okay, good.
Quite a big built-in wardrobe. The ensuite's behind you there.
Okay. It is still a little bit small, but I can work with it. Those wardrobes definitely not enough for us. That'll be just for John. I would need something that's off this bedroom to have my walk-in wardrobe. Yeah, this space wouldn't do it for me.
Now, you should feel right at home in this room, Goo.
Yes.
Does it remind you of anything?
Yes, it does.
This large but cluttered room across the hall backs onto the ensuite and master bedroom with only a stud wall in between. And already, Goo has her renovating cap on.
I would actually use this as our bedroom, and I would use that bedroom as our walk-in wardrobe because the ensuite's right there, so I would have my shower, go straight to the wardrobe, it's already prepared, and this will definitely be our bedroom.
Goo is doing a great job of keeping an eye on her budget and thinking of inexpensive ways to make these spaces work for her.
But remember our brief, it's as much about the land as it is about the house.
They'll need all this room if they want to run horses, goats and alpacas, and they'll need at least 2 paddocks to give the land a rest from grazing.
But let's not forget, a big part of our brief was room for John's 6 cars and plenty of storage. Well, I think we found a solution for that. What do you think? Is this big enough for storage?
Wow.
Goo?
Oh my God, it's ginormous. You can do your own storage facility here.
I love it.
Take a guess at what you think a shed of this size would actually be worth.
I'm not sure, but it'll be in the thousands.
Worth a couple of $100,000, this shed alone. So it's a very significant shed.
Yes.
Do you think you can fill this shed?
Not currently, but if we have different interests
Give
later...
her a couple of years and she'll have this full.
The price tag of $1.23 million starts to look like real value for money when you see the farming infrastructure on this property.
But I'm still not sure they're sold on this place.
Now, John was initially excited, then he went flat. Now he's seen the shed. He's excited again, but I don't know.
See all the poo on here?
It's not poo. I think it's a...
No, I thought it was eggs of...
No, see, is this
it's
what it is?
poo.
They did say they wanted a farm.
Okay, well, now you've seen the house. It's a bit of a giveaway to me that you haven't even asked how much the property is.
We sort of know the prices around this area, and this house will probably be selling for maybe definitely above 1.1.
They're asking $1,230,000.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, it's a bit crampy on the inside. It's a bit small for us, what our needs are. We definitely want a bigger kitchen and hopefully bigger bedrooms. On the outside, it ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
It's
Plenty of pros
fantastic.
outside.
It's plenty. I mean, the shed says it all.
Yeah.
So the Cedar Cottage in Kenthurst didn't stack up, and I suspect that's just a small taste of things to come.
What part of bush don't you understand?
Bryce and I really have our work cut out this week with John and Goo, a couple up to their necks in clutter at their family home in Sydney's outer western suburbs.
They're desperate to give Goo's mother Milik a better life and are looking for a life change in the semi-rural surrounds of Sydney's Hills District.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to live the life I want to live.
They also want to buy a second property as an investment in the tropical North Queensland paradise of Mission Beach. But finding one property, let alone 2, is already proving difficult.
The land's fantastic. It's nice and flat. The shed says it all, but the house itself, too many renovations for what we're looking for at the moment.
Nice shed. We got the land right, but pity about the house.
This one is doubly difficult. I mean, we're used to dealing with people that want a dream house, but these guys have a big dream for that land as well, and trying to get it, it's a bit of a balancing act for their budget.
Yeah, look, I think we need to probably focus on the house, this one. Maybe find one that's still got enough room for their animals, but maybe the inside requires just a little bit less imagination from them and won't stretch their budget so much.
So we're heading a few k's down the road to the leafy suburb of Arcadia. Slightly further away from the city and with just one general store, it's a quiet little community nestled in rolling hills of natural bushland.
It's got the peace and quiet Goo and John are after, and we think we found them a house that's much more on the money.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you feeling about the first impression walking down the driveway?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah?
okay.
It's nice.
For what our budget is, it's probably, I like the feel of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Sounds like she's getting a bit realistic.
Yeah.
This architecturally designed home is still incomplete, but has all the features Goo's looking for. Open plan kitchen and living areas, 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Then there's the land. There's 25 acres of it, 3 of which are cleared for farming.
This house still needs a little bit of work, but at $990,000, it's under their $1.2 million budget, so there's money left over for more renovations. And at that price, I have a feeling this property won't stay on the market for long.
Come on in, guys.
Oh, wow.
That's a good first reaction.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah?
It's very spacious. It's warm. The sun comes into the living room area here. No, that's good.
Definitely the orientation that you guys are looking for on the north there, so it's definitely going to get most of the sun all day. Well, we've got ceiling fans through here with the high ceilings and the exposed windows. You're going to get a lovely breeze through here in summer, so it's just going to be a really beautiful place to be.
It presents very well.
Hopefully this spacious open plan kitchen will really seal the deal for Goo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, the kitchen's awesome. No, it's fantastic. There's a lot of workspace, there's a lot of space to walk around, no one can get in your way.
So that's a tick for the kitchen. So far, so good. As you can see, they're using this pretty much as their
walk-in pantry.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Good size?
Yep, fantastic size. This is something I would need.
Because there's actually 2 options here. There's obviously the pantry, which is the current use, or it could be converted into a bedroom for mum.
Yeah,
that's another option that we're going to look at. Yeah.
And a thumbs up for the pantry area. Wonder what she'll make of the downstairs.
Okay, Goo. Now I'm interested to know, is this...
Oh my God!
That's a good reaction. Enough storage here?
Yes. For John only.
I was going to say for John and you, but definitely for John only.
Yeah, for John only.
All right, well, that's a good tick. Well, let's have a look at the master bedroom.
Okay.
We want to know what you think about this. Imagine just sort of waking up to that view.
No, it's very pretty, very pretty.
Yeah?
Very... I can imagine all the animals waiting to be fed.
Animals, natural light, sitting here sort of Sunday morning, just looking out of that beautiful view.
Well, the space is good. I like the space.
Another positive reaction. But a big part of this brief was a shed for storage and a garage for their 6 cars. What do you make of this space?
I like it.
Do you think it'll work for you?
Yes, definitely. A workbench over there. I can have my ladders there. I like it. You won't fit all the cars. It'll fit most of the cars.
So Goo loves the house and John loves the shed. Things are going well so far.
So what do you think of the block of land?
Hun, what do I think?
Is that a no?
No, hun.
Okay.
Look, there's not enough room. Look.
Yeah.
This is like just a normal backyard in some people's houses.
Yeah, I know what you're
What
saying.
am I going to do here, when, what, fall
That's
down the
probably
cliff?
just the area that you want the animals. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I
understand where you're coming
can't.
from.
This land's not right for us.
OK, Goo doesn't like the land. But maybe when she hears the price, she'll change her mind. We haven't talked about price. No. What would you think?
Probably around the 1 million mark.
It's just a shade under the million, so it comes well under your budget.
I don't like it. I don't like how it's steep. There's not enough land for me. The bush is right there. House is fine. But no, sorry.
So the last house had that fantastic land and outdoor area.
That's correct. Yep.
And the house let it down in terms of what you're after.
Yep.
Yeah.
This property, the house really has the space and the open plan.
Yep, it does.
And the land lets it down.
That's correct.
If we put them 2 together...
Then I won't be able to afford it.
Yes. I think at the end of the day, she's going to do nothing.
Yeah, I agree. She's probably not going to make a decision at all.
OK, well, it couldn't possibly get any worse, could it? Our next stop is Galston, still within Sydney's Hills District.
This area's had nearly 20% property growth in the last 3 years. But the market slowed and now there are some well-priced properties on the market. And this next house is one of them.
What we have here is the complete package. A fantastic house and level farmable land. The best of both worlds. Let's hope Goo likes this one. It has 4 large bedrooms and a separate studio which could be perfect for Goo's mother. And it comes in just under budget at $1.195 million.
Sitting on 5 acres, with 4 paddocks and horse stables as well, it has farmyard written all over it.
Good morning.
Did you sleep well?
How are you? Tell us what you think.
What do you think what I think? It's a no. It's a no, no, no. Look at it. It's bush, 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 bush.
Yeah?
What part of bush don't you understand? My mum could never. I'll never put my mum here. Never. I can't even see a house in sight for my mum. And then you look over there, it's bush, 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 bush.
Well, on that note, good morning, mate. How are you? What do you think about the property?
Does it really matter what I think?
Sounds like no.
No?
Yeah, no.
Do you want to come and at least look in the home?
I would go in the home because I need to go to the toilet.
Okay.
Let's go.
After you. Well, that went well. A great house, great farming land, within the search area and under budget. But it's still not right. Let's see if the inside can change her mind. Okay, here we've got a lovely open plan living area. You've got a gorgeous outlook. You've got a really lovely modern kitchen. It's got 4 bedrooms, there's 5 acres, and there's a shed and a garage. And we've got an area up there, north facing, with a chook pen. Be great for a veggie patch. So I think we've actually ticked off quite a lot of things on the brief. And the clincher is it comes on bang on budget.
So do you get a say in this at all, John?
That's a no.
No, you've answered for him. Okay, perfect. So any point in going and seeing the rest of the house?
No.
No. Well, let's head off then.
Wow, you got that wrong.
I think it's time for some crisis talks.
She wants to live with nature.
But you live in nature, you live with trees.
You would think so.
Yeah, if you want to go for a swim, you can't complain if you're going to get wet. So you want to live in the country, you've got to be around the trees. So
Yeah.
mental note, no trees. No trees, no trees, no trees.
Okay, so the Cedar Cottage at Kenthurst didn't have the right house, and the open plan home in Arcadia didn't have enough cleared land.
And the Golston family farm, well, we know what the problem was there.
What part of bush don't you understand? So no, no, no.
Oh boy, we did know it was going to be a tough search, but that reaction was definitely not what I was expecting.
Yeah, the most unique reaction to a house we've had so far. But look, if they want acres in the Hills District with the perfect house on it, they are going to have to compromise on something.
Well, quite often what we try to do is get a reality check by showing people what they can afford and trying to work out what it is they're prepared to compromise on. We know it's pretty clear that they are not prepared to compromise on the house, and nor are they prepared to compromise on the land. So we're faced with one thing left, and that is budget. We've got to get to work and fast to find a property that fits Goo's uncompromising list of requirements.
That's right. But here's the clincher. Rural setting with no trees.
I know it's a tough gig.
The budget's up to 1.2 million.
That sounds perfect.
Bingo! We found something really special in Berrily, one of John and Goo's favourite areas, just a couple of kilometres further out of Sydney than the Bush House in Goulston.
Even better, it's not even officially on the market yet, which gives us a chance to do a deal before anyone else even looks at it.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Hi, guys.
Good. How are you both?
I'm all right.
Not bad, not bad.
This 4-bedroom home with a study and an office is modern and open plan. It's set on 25 acres, 6 of which are cleared for farming. And importantly for Goo, there's 60 metres of cleared flat land right around the homestead.
There's also a large barn and stables, perfect as a meditation area for Goo and a garage for all of John's cars.
Now for the bad news. Quality comes at a price, and this property is well over budget at $1.395 million. But the current owner is willing to negotiate.
So this is the living room, the
Yep.
main entertaining area.
It looks nice.
Can you see yourself in here?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely,
It's very,
nice and big.
Yeah, it's spacious.
I like the windows.
Yeah, good feeling.
Well, it's a good start. Let's move into the rest of the living area and the kitchen, which is just through here. From here you can see the kids playing out there, and there's also a playroom just there.
Yep.
So it's really well laid out for young
Yep.
children.
There's no clutter. It is open space
Yeah,
here.
it is open.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could work with this.
So the feeling?
Feeling's nice.
Feeling's nice.
Yeah.
Could this be a glimmer of hope?
Stranger things have happened.
Okay, Goo, we can look at the main bedroom.
Okay.
In here. What I love about these rooms is that they've got this lovely outlook.
Yep, that's pretty. I
Now,
like
what
that.
we also have for you is, drum roll,
walk-in room. It's not big enough, but it's for John, yes.
Okay, well, I've got a plan. This room is the room we are saying could be bedroom number 5.
Yes.
Now, that little walk-in robe is big enough for John.
Yes, it is.
Would you think the rest of the bedroom would be big enough for you as a walk-in robe?
That'll work, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a fabulous solution. I'm a bit excited about that.
No, it's good.
And I've left your mum's room for last.
Oh, that's pretty. It's really nice. No, I like it.
There's a really lovely space out there. You can see she can go out there and spend some lovely time outside.
It's perfect. No, thank you for thinking of my mum. I really appreciate it.
Well, we know it's really an important part of your search.
It is, it is.
Yeah.
So we've got plenty of land here. Horses for Goo here. They've got the stables. And we've got this wonderful man shed here. So what do you think?
I like it. It's nice and big, spacious, fits all the cars.
6 cars there.
Yep.
And the best part is the land. It's cleared, it's flat, and the bush is 60 metres away.
Come, let's check the bush out.
She says she likes it, but I'm not convinced. This morning she was so definitely negative.
Yeah.
I just think she's going through the motions.
Which is a nice property inside, isn't it?
No, I like
It's
the house.
spacious, it's open living.
It's nice cleared here, but the bush, I don't like the bush. Too much bush.
Another thumbs down from Goo. Time for some tough talking. I think I'll get Veronica to start this one off.
This property is priced at $1.395 million, which is above your budget, and you still don't like it.
Well, the house is nice. The house works for us. It works for the living space with my mum.
Yep.
So I have no qualms about the house, but the property surroundings, it's not workable.
I'm concerned that we've started with a long list and we don't have more money to play with. What compromises do you think that you'd be prepared to make to fit within your budget?
Well, it's more of a waiting game. It's just time that we don't want to play with. We want to do it now, but I'm confident that something definitely will come up.
I guess the next question, guys, is there any extra room in the budget?
Not for now, no.
Not at this present moment in time.
Okay.
Things aren't looking too good here, but with Goo, everything can change very quickly.
Quick, quick!
What have you been up to?
John just said if I love it, go for it. Whatever makes me happy makes him happy.
It's the happy hippie lifestyle we're searching for this week with Sydney couple John and Goo.
They're looking for a stress-free life on a semi-rural property in the Hills District north of Sydney. But there's nothing relaxing about this search.
It's bush, bush, bush.
After showing them 4 properties that got the thumbs down, there's been a big twist in our search. With Goo, you've got to expect the unexpected. Well, I'm on my way out to Dural. Goo's just called. She's found this property that she's totally fallen in love with. She's already been out there and made an offer. There's never a dull moment in this search.
Quick, quick.
What have you been up to?
I've been naughty. I went window shopping.
Yes, and?
Look at the paradise there.
I've got 3 things to say to you.
Uh-oh.
Bush, bush, bush.
Yes, but it's green bush. Green, green, green bush. They're not all 4 dead.
I don't think it looks any different personally, but listen, and also, not far down there is a big power line.
But it's not across the house, it's down there.
And right there is a telecommunications tower.
Yeah, but I said I had to compromise, and I have compromised.
Okay, how much are they asking?
Well, it's 1.3, but it's only been on there for 24 hours, and I wanted to get in quick, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to go.
What have you offered?
Well, originally it was 1.2, but I went up to 1.270 to get it off the market. I'm 70,000 over budget, but look, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Question. Stop. Has John seen it yet?
John, no. John just said if I love it, go for it. Whatever makes me happy makes him happy.
So what's next?
I'm just waiting for a phone call from them, so hope for the best.
Well, 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 isn't Goo just full of surprises? There's no doubt it's a charming house, but John hasn't even seen it. And Goo's already put in an offer of $1.27 million, $70,000 over their budget.
The house in Dural she has fallen in love with sits on 6 acres of relatively flat land with 2 workable paddocks. It has 5 bedrooms, a separate granny flat, a swimming pool and even a resident peacock.
All right, bye. She's going to wait for more offers before she accepts mine.
It is a waiting game.
Well, hopefully this house is not everyone's cup of tea, so hopefully I've got the upper hand on that.
Goo's been a little impulsive by slamming her offer on the table, but she clearly loves the property, so her budget's out the window. Hopefully her fast action and utter determination will get them this house. The agent has told Goo that no decision will be made for at least a week. So that gives us just enough time to head up to Mission Beach in far north Queensland in search of their second property. If you're looking for a little relaxation, then Mission Beach is the place. And you can see why Goo wants to retire here. Palm trees, tropical islands, and the temperature is lovely and warm. We're on the Cassowary coast between Cairns and Townsville.
It's a spectacular area with tropical rainforests, 14 kilometres of white sandy beaches, and views to the holiday resort of Dunk Island. With tourism being a driving industry, the population can be quite transient. Therefore, the home rental market can be a little unpredictable.
The weather is also a downside of this slice of paradise. It's in a cyclone zone and is one of the wettest places in Australia. But that doesn't seem to bother Goo and John. So what sort of property are we looking for up here?
What I'm looking for is something that's acreage. Doesn't have to be a spectacular house, but something that's definitely rentable. I need it to be distinguished, so in 20 years' time, that kind of property is unique in the area and it's hard to find. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So we're looking for a low-maintenance house on 1 to 2 acres, with good rental returns and plenty of potential. The budget is $300,000.
The first property we're off to see is in a rather soggy East Faluga, just 30 minutes outside of Mission Beach. Apparently the locals go barefoot everywhere. You can see why. This house has a free swimming pool, not included in the price. While this kit home is pretty basic, it does bring in $200 per week in rent.
The big plus is its low maintenance, which is really important when you are living a long way from your investment property. And at $265,000, it comes in under our $300,000 budget.
What you're surrounded by, there's tropical fruit trees around here. And over there you have mangosteens.
Yep, okay.
Further up you've got a banana plantation.
Okay.
Here we are.
Yes.
It's an investment property.
Yep.
So it's pretty basic.
Yep, that's how I want it.
It is air conditioned, which is a plus.
Yes, I saw the aircon. Yep.
It's got town water, even though it's rural, and the gas, as you can see, gas cooking, gas hot water, which is LPG.
Okay, yep.
And that's the real beauty of this property, really. You wanted low maintenance, and this is the sort of property that you can really just put a tenant in and pretty much forget about. It will look after itself.
Yep.
But the other thing too is that I happen to know that the owner is quite motivated to sell. The asking price is $265,000, but I suspect we could do quite a bit of a deal on that. So I guess if the numbers stacked up at a lesser price, it'd certainly be worth considering.
It's probably not exactly what I'm looking for. I needed something that has more potential, maybe more, say, subdivision. It doesn't stack up at all. So this property, it will be a no.
Okay, so Goo's looking for a little more potential. I think I found something special in the hills of Carmoo. It's one of the area's prime suburbs, 15 minutes south of Mission Beach, and is closer to the water than the kit home we saw at Faluga. The median house price in exclusive Carmoo is close to $500,000, and this one's about $200,000 less than its neighbours.
This is literally the worst house in the best street, and that old real estate cliche still holds. making the $330,000 price an attractive investment opportunity.
What we've got is a totally different proposition to what we've had previously.
Yep.
This one really is a building block with a fantastic view and a shed, but we'll talk about the shed in a sec. Now, when I talk about being a building block, you're in a much more salubrious end of town here. You are surrounded by much more expensive properties.
Okay, yep.
And so, therefore, the long-term plan here would be to add value by putting a more expensive house on it. What would you think this might be worth?
Well, if you're working on my budget, then it definitely have to be around about the 300 mark, but it looks a bit more expensive than that, so my guess up to 350.
Well, the good news is it's not that high. They are asking $330,000.
Right.
Now, we wouldn't have brought you here knowing your budget
That's
if
correct.
we didn't think there might be a deal to be done. It does have council approval.
It does.
As a dwelling, yes. The agent is estimating $200 to $210 a week rent.
Right.
So, a great investment in a prime location. Now to the downside. Well, should we go and have a look inside the shed? Come over here. We have a door each, I think.
Oh, my God.
You can do it.
You sure this is the front door?
Come on, get down. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my God. Isn't there a back door?
Front and back. This 2-bedroom home looks like a shed, and well, that's because it is.
It's solid and well made, which is important in this extreme tropical weather, but it is a little on the rough side.
Look, this kitchen has a stove and a dishwasher.
Oh, wow.
Quite creatively arranged, but they are here. Your thoughts?
I've got to really think about it. That's what I think.
You're a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I just...
underwhelmed.
Yeah. Again, I've got to seriously think, like, what I'm really paying for.
For Gu and John, this block would be a great investment, and if they're looking for potential, this place has got it by the shed load.
I know it's a shed, but it's in a pretty special location.
No, I really like the location. I love the outlook. The shed's a shed. Look, I can't believe there's no doors or even council approves that. But look, if it's rentable and council allows that, I'm happy with that.
And so it's really the location that's got you
Yeah,
in.
the location's definitely, because this is most people's type of dream, whether they're retired or as a holiday destination, would love that kind of outlook. I'm just juggling at the moment with what I've seen. Numbers have got to go through my head. I've got to talk to John. I've got to think about it. But when it comes to price, I need to make sure it's comfortable for us.
From that reaction, Gu is undecided, and all of a sudden, John seems to have a say in things again.
Back in Sydney, the house of Gu's dreams hangs in the balance.
So, hope for the best.
This week we're doing a double house hunt for Sydney couple Gu and John.
Come on in, guys. It's been a challenging and emotional search in the Hills District northwest of the city for a semi-rural family home.
And what do I think?
4 properties didn't make the cut, but Gu's fallen in love with this dural acreage.
She's offered $1.27 million, $70,000 over their budget, and John hasn't even seen it yet.
John just said if I love it, go for it. Whatever makes me happy makes him happy.
While we wait to hear if Gu's dural offer's been accepted, we've headed to Mission Beach in far north Queensland, where we're on the hunt for an investment property.
It's probably not exactly what I'm looking for.
After a lukewarm reaction to the kit home in East Faluga and the converted shed in Carmoo, I've come across what I feel is a great investment opportunity back near East Faluga.
It has an exotic rainforest location, plus the potential to subdivide. And style-wise, it's a little bit Gu.
Wow, look at Buddha. How cute.
And look over here, they saw you coming.
Oh, that's so pretty. And what is that?
The rare sighting of a cassowary. It's gorgeous, a welcoming party.
Yes.
This quirky Asian-style house is on more than 3.5 acres. It has 3 bedrooms and is on the market for $315,000, just $15,000 over budget.
This place needs work, but it has loads of potential. There's approval to subdivide the block, and that would make this a great long-term investment.
Come on in. Well, there's a smile. That's good. Certainly feels like you're on holidays in here.
Yeah, it does.
Initial thoughts?
The property looks incomplete, so it doesn't look like it's structurally built to how it should be. And my concerns is it rentable?
Well, the owner is prepared to rent it back
Yep.
at around $200 a week.
Right.
I think to get the maximum rent, which might be up around the $250, $280 a week, you would need to put the insulation and line it.
Yep.
So we've got the main bedroom.
I just see structural stuff that has to be done. That's what I see.
So what do you think of this bathroom?
That's good. There's a lot of space. Yeah, I like it. It's easy. It's
got some quirky touches. I mean, the shells around the mirror are really nice.
That's fine. I'd probably put a little bit more touches around the area.
We're not going to live here. Come on, move on. Look out the window.
I know, it's beautiful. It's
No,
like
look.
What is it?
That's your stream.
Oh, that's my stream. I can go for a bath. I love it.
Yeah, great for cooking. When you do retire up here.
Yeah.
We've had a builder take a look at the house, and for just $20,000, they can make this property a really good rental proposition.
So how much is this house?
This one's on the market for $315,000, which I know is a bit over your budget. I believe, though, the owner is quite serious about selling, and so I think that we probably could bring it within budget.
Okay.
But the other thing with this one is that there's considerable upside with it, which we will explore.
Yeah.
But it's not simply a house and land.
Yeah.
Now, this is the real beauty of this property, Goo, and I've been holding back from telling you this. Believe it or not, we are standing on a boundary. The new owner of this property buys approved subdivision.
Oh, okay. So this is a part of this. Okay.
So what you will have up there is about roughly 2.5 acres.
Okay, yeah.
And over there where the current dwelling is, you know, roughly just a bit under 1.5. There's a fabulous level area over there to build a house on. Undeveloped, so once subdivided, obviously, undeveloped, a value somewhere between $200,000 and $250,000. It's quite rare to find a block like that in the area.
Yeah. It is potential, but I also got to do my sums as well.
Well, the great thing about this potential is it is real. Yeah. It's not like, oh, well, you might be able to subdivide. This actually has approval.
And I like that.
This is so different to the Sydney search where it was all about feelings. Here, Goo obviously likes the property, I can see that, but she's not letting feelings get in the way of making a good investment decision. She's quite definite in what she wants to know and very considered in the questions that she's asking. It'd be really interesting to see what she decides with this one. There's no doubt Goo likes this property, but it will all come down to whether John can also see the potential. So it's been a long day.
It sure has.
Have you spoken to John yet?
I've rung him. I'm just waiting for a phone call back.
Oh, okay. I bet that's quite difficult for you at the moment.
Yeah, because I sort of want to get his approval as well, and just I need
so
to.
It's getting a say.
Yeah, I can't keep it all from him. He's got to have a say as well.
I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you need in order to make a decision now?
I need to ask John, I need to do my number crunching, and I need to think about it.
I'm very impressed, Goo. It's not what I was expecting. You know, in Dural, it was all about the feeling and you were very impulsive. But here, you're much more measured, you're much more calculating. It's all about the numbers. I'm impressed. Yeah, sleep on it. I think that's a good plan of attack. Cheers.
While for now there's no decision on Mission Beach, back in Sydney, Goo gets some exciting news. Her $1.27 million offer on the quirky Dural property has been accepted.
After 2 years of searching, Goo and John finally pack up their cluttered house by the highway and head to the hills. At last, they're living the dream of a more tranquil, eco-friendly life with Goo's mother.
3 months later, I'm dropping by to see how they've settled in. Hello.
Bryce, how are you, mate?
Mate, long time no see. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you? Come on in.
I'd love to. House looks fabulous.
Bryce, come and check this out, mate.
Lovely. Wow.
So what do you think?
Mate, I really love the natural light that comes through here and the view that you got down to your dam and through to the bush there. Now, you actually hadn't seen this property when Goo put an offer in, so what do you think of the place?
I love it. It's fantastic. How can you go wrong? It's dual, it's a good place, it's big, it's fantastic. Like I said, it's not about me, it's about, you know, the Queen being happy about it.
So it looks like you've settled in pretty well. Are you both comfy here?
Yeah, John's really comfortable. I'm sort of getting used to it a bit.
What are you finding the hardest to get used to?
Oh, just at night time, just the noises and the different, you know, it's like, oh God, spooky. But in the day, I'm fine. It's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and I love it.
So tell me, mate, what's the best thing about being here?
The pool outside.
Yeah?
It's the pool. It hasn't been one day that I haven't been inside the pool. I mean, it's fantastic. I thought it was going to be a hassle. I thought it was going to be the opposite, but no, it's fantastic.
One of my favourite parts of the search, and I remember it vividly, is Goo jumped out of the car and she said...
Look at it. It's bush, bush, bush. Yeah. What part of bush don't you understand?
And it actually, there was no way we were going to get that property. But, you know, with looking around, there's a little bit of bush, so...
Yeah, but the bush is further down, far away.
It's
like,
different.
It's different.
Remember, I had to put my mum into picture here, and I understand there's bush there, but it's more... This place is a little bit more central and civilised.
I know you guys went over your budget purchasing this property. Has there been any regrets?
No, definitely not.
No way. I mean, we wanted to spend 1.1, but the reality is, for what we bought here, for what we love, the price is no question.
Now, we do know that you were looking to buy an investment property at Mission Beach. Are you still planning on investing there?
We're happy to still do that because we're still happy to have a land as an investment. Doesn't have to be the house. But, yeah, we'll see.
One thing I've learned about Goo is there is never a dull moment. She has only just moved into her new dream home and already she has another surprise up her sleeve, even for John.
Driving in, I did notice that there was the mobile phone tower and the electricity tower close by. Does that cause any concern at all?
Not really anymore. I think because my vision is I'm not going to be here for the rest of my life. So we'll probably be here.
Did you know that?
Surprise! There we go. Yeah. Here it is.
Just get out from there. This is like a stepping stone, and even though we do love it here, I do still have a vision of a house on the water or near the water. So I know being here 3-4 years, so that doesn't really play on my mind. Han.
Yeah, right, bro.
Well, it's really great to see you guys are so happy here.
I'll drink to that.
You'll drink to that?
Yeah. Well, thanks for helping us.
Cheers. You really got to hand it to Goo. She's pretty determined and stuck by her guns. It's taken over 2 years to find this place, and now we know what it is that she does like. Beautiful family home that she can start a family down the track, safe place for mum, and plenty of room for all of those possessions. And most of all, she can live that hippie lifestyle. I think that's a good thing.